Hello, gear fans. Do some rambling tonight. Not really looking at anything particular while I ramble. Just, I'll turn the Tascam Model 24 on just for fun, power a few things up. This video is about just a bit of a change on the channel in terms of dealing with trolls. And also the Ombudsman from the post office got back to me. So where do we start? Quick synopsis. Not this Tascam Model 24, but a different one I had. I'd sold it. I mailed it to a city 2 hours away. The guy got a hold of me on Reverb. He says it's dead. I was like, what the heck? This is on the heels of another same scenario with a different piece of hardware. So I said, this is around Christmas. I said, that's crazy. How could it be dead? So I drove up to the guy's place. Sure enough, it was dead. I brought it home. I gave him his money back, standing there in front of him. And my whole thing was I've been paying for Canada Post insurance for the 5 years that I've been swapping gear. I always pay for the maximum. So, if I sell you this on Reverb, eBay, whatever, and let's say it's worth 10, then I'm insuring it for 10. I've always done the maximum insurance. So, they've made a small fortune off me in insurance that they never had to pay out. And so my whole thing, I brought it back, flipped it upside down. Again, it wasn't this one, it was a different one, but I flipped it upside down. The leads were off. There was broken plastic and crap inside. That's how hard it had been slammed. Got a hold of Canada Post, and being a Canadian government organization, I expected the worst. I expected lazy, inefficient, corrupt, and I got all of that in spades. Jaden there was like, oh, well, let me see the box. So I send them a picture of the box. I was like, look, the box looks really nice. The box looks perfect. The box is not going to tell you that one of your Canada Post guys has obviously dropped it 5-10 feet. Well, what kind of box? Well, it's the same box that Tascam sent it in. In fact, it's two boxes. When you get a Tascam Model 24 from Tascam, where's that, in Japan? It's two boxes. Anybody that has a Tascam Model 24 could show you. I mean, I have another box for this one. In there, I could just show you, but who cares? It's two cardboard boxes. Who cares? It does not tell the story that Canada Post wrecked my thing. Here's what I know. I shipped a thing. I bought the insurance, or 1,000. I put 1,000 insurance on it. While Canada Post had it broke, I had to drive up to the guy's place. I had to bring it back here. I had to flip it upside down. I had to fix it. Money, please. That's all I know. I've lost the sale. I lost the day. I lost the drive. Money, please. That's how insurance works. No. Jaden threw up all the roadblocks. Oh, well, it's, what box did you use? And what's the box look like? And then they were complaining because the guy on that side wouldn't get a hold of them. Well, he doesn't have to, and he's pissed too. You broke the thing I sent him, right? I guess he eventually did. He must have contacted them a bit because the Ombudsman said that he did, but he didn't fill out some questionnaire. He doesn't have to. He's a private citizen. I am a private citizen. I just want the insurance. You guys presented an insurance product. I paid for it. And now it's time to pay the piper. I'm the piper. Me. Give me the $1,000. I bought the insurance. You owe it to me. But no, not going to happen. So they denied it. And I said, this is ridiculous. And I don't know why you're personally stopping me from having the insurance money I'm owed. So what do we do now? Well, I looked into it. You contact the Ombudsman. So this was Christmas. It's now, damn near the end of March. The Ombudsman was kind of helpful, but you can tell you're dealing with, fresh out of college, young minds, and they're like, oh, how can I help you today? It's like, oh, well, let me tell you the whole story. Here's the case number, right? And you give them all the documentation, all the case number. You tell them the story. You tell them again. Oh, okay. Well, what happened? It's like, oh, again? Like, oh, is there any pictures? It's like, well, Canada Post has does the Ombudsman and Canada Post, they don't talk, right? Don't you guys both sit in air-conditioned offices and drink lemonade out of a hammock? Isn't that like typical Canadian government? You're just like clocking in for half hour a day and then taking your giant pension home with you. Like, I can only imagine it's got to be the best job in the whole world where you're obligated to no one. You don't have to do a good job. No one's watching your quality of service, which is the results I see here. So anyway, oh, what's her name? Emily switches to Bethany. Bethany's like, oh, how can I help you? Emily's gone. It's like, oh, hi, Bethany. Do you want to start again? Yeah, let's start again. It's like, okay, now it's like the beginning of March. It's like, oh, great. So I'm glad that I just keep telling my story over and over and over again. Like, It'd be great if the government had email or the ability to read, just anything where communication could be conveyed from the original ticket over to the Ombudsman. But yeah, it's the Canadian government. What do you want? It's pure corruption. You know what I mean? It's just party time every day. They are so worried about avocado toast and yoga that it's just all corruption all the time. Golden pensions, best benefits, the most sick days, right? 80,000 plus a year, most of them at the Sunshine Club, 8 weeks vacation. And you say, well, how do I know? Because I know guys that have retired out of there and they brag about it. Postmen, they brag about how much money they made, how little they did. I used to deliver 30,000 pieces of mail every month to a giant postal outlet. I'd see the same guys there no matter what day I went, no matter what time I arrived with these 30,000 pieces of mail in bins. The union dudes were sitting at the picnic tables doing nothing. So anyway, I still know some people that work there, and they're the first ones to brag that they're hosing Joe taxpayer, and that's me and you. Anyway, so after I told Bethany the retelling of my story so many times, and we established that I didn't have the original pictures, because I started to delete crap. I was just like, this ain't going nowhere. In fact, and then I'd fixed the other one and sold it to somebody. All good. Away it goes. And then I bought this one after. But anyway, so it was gone. So then we get another fight. Ombudsman sends it back to Jaden again, who seems to have a personal stake in this. Like, I wonder if Jaden gets bonuses based on not paying people out. Jaden goes, well, you're going to have to send it to me. And I'm like, well, I got news for you. I don't have it. I didn't tell her what I did with it, or him or her. I don't know if it's a him or her, Jaden. But I didn't say I fixed it and sold it. I didn't say I threw it. I didn't say anything. I said I don't have it. And they're like, well, you have to keep it. I said, no, I don't know. I don't know that. Nobody said that. We're going on month 3 here. Nobody said that I had to keep the broken thing. Just pay me my money, I'm looking for $1,000. I think that's fair. I insured the product for $1,000. You broke it. $1,000, please. That's how I see this. And in terms of the state of the box, or calling the guy, or what box Tascam uses, or the gravitational forces of the moon on the south coast winds of South Africa on a cloudy day. Like, if you want to send the CSI people here with their little brushes and stuff, sure. Like, but I just don't think there's any way that you can verify my story or not reasonably. And that is not on me. That's on you idiots. You guys are the ones selling the insurance product, right? So I'm like, here's the picture of the box. Oh, well, you don't get insurance. Because of the picture of a good box, I don't get insurance? Stop selling insurance. If Canada Post is running an insurance fraud scam by selling it to people and not compensating them, that's fraud. But the whole Canadian government is kind of fraud, if you think about it. I mean, taxation without representation is theft, right? We don't really get any say for the trillions that we give them. You know what I mean? The whole anyway. So, I said I was going to a lawyer. Now, I do web stuff for lawyers. I got access to lawyers. I have friends that are lawyers, like sit at their house and eat chicken with them friends that are lawyers, okay? It's still a thing, though. Lawyer's a big word. Lawyer is like, here we go. Are we going to play this for 3 years? Are you going to cough up thousands to get 1,000 back? And I thought about it for a bit. I was like, I should just see this through for the good of Canadians, for the good of people that deal with the postal system. But it'll be a lawyer versus the Canadian government, and we all know the lawyer and the judicial system. It is the Canadian. So I was like, no. So then Bethany gets back to me from the Ombudsman. She's like, I'll give you $200, right? So, yeah, I accept. But where's the 200 come from? I wonder if she was sitting at a TGI Fridays with a cocktail napkin and a crayon, sipping her little pina colada, and she goes, give him $200. He'll go away, right? Where does $200 come from? Is there a calculator? She got a little gizmo on her little PC there, and she goes, we broke his mixing board, and he sent it over here, and he's saying he's going to call a lawyer. Give him $200. He'll shut up. And that's where it's at. They're going to give me $200, and yeah, I'll shut up. But I mean, I'm never going to buy the insurance again. I've already shipped stuff since and not bought the insurance. So between Canada Post and the Ombudsman, the insurance was a scam, and I've been compensated the original shipping price for this, which was $75, and now I have a check for $200 coming. Where does the $200 amount come from? Again, she's just make him go away, make him shut up. So I also said that I was going to call a lawyer, I was going to call my MP. Well, the MP in my area, who I voted for, is the most useful sack of beep that you have ever met in your life. He is the laziest, most fat ass sack of beep that you have ever met. And I voted for him. There's nobody else here, right? Another government guy that he's already won the lottery. You get in the government, boom, that's a winning lottery ticket in Canada anyway. Well, probably everywhere it's corrupt as hell, but anyway, so that's that. Moving on to other news. Trolls. So this channel is about me sitting down, playing with gear, and you watching me as if you're a friend over at my house. That's why I like Mike over at I Love Recording. He sits down and uses the gear, and you feel like you're sitting next to him. Just, yeah, Mike, let's record. Now he's physically 3 hours away from me, but he could be physically on the moon. You know what I mean? Like he could be in Japan, and it still feels like you're at a buddy's house playing with gear. That's fun. It's also fun to have real people over and play with gear, but it's also fun to branch out and meet people on the internet. So most people can handle that. I fire my little phone up here. I'm not a good video guy, but I fire my little phone up here. I play with my gear. I talk about it. And I buy gear and I sell gear and I talk about it and I record some stuff and we can get goofy and it's, this is the channel. Like it or leave it. So then I get, these trolls that come by and all they want to do is fart in public and make sure other people can smell it. That's all it is. I got thinking about it the other day. I was like, I'm not afraid to fight trolls physically in the real world or online, and I can take, you want to get nasty. I'll tell you, I'm a nice guy. I never started, but I've finished it, 99.9% of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I never started. Like I would never go to somebody's channel just to fart and then wave it and hope that people can smell it, and that's what Jeffy was doing the other day, making all the crap up about the ART, putting food in it and all that stuff. And I thought I had a few trolls. It was actually just two accounts that was Jeffy. And I was like, that's a different thing. Dealing with those idiots. If I want to deal with trolls like that guy, I should make a different channel for that. And then, yeah, I could, because he won't win the troll game with me. He just won't. Like, I'll get him 10 years later. He'll be walking down the street and he won't understand how he got snared in a pie trap. You know what I mean? Like I'm patient. I have, I've got revenge brewing from 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I have, I'm okay to wait, for stuff like that. But that's a different channel, and it's not the spirit of what I'm into. I'm about gear. I don't want to play with Jeffy the Troll. Jeffy the Troll, and maybe that's a good name for the channel, is, that's a different channel. That's a different thing, and maybe somebody out there makes a channel like that where you deal with those kind of guys, right? You lure them in, and they're easy to lure in because they have an IQ of like 85 and it's all colors and shapes to them. Like they don't super understand what's happening on the screen in front of them. They're just like, hey, Ma, I told this guy he got the food in the compressor. It's like, Jeffy farted on my channel and he's waving it because he likes the smell and he wants everybody else to smell it. And that's all that stuff is. And I'm like, I'm wasting more time with trolls. So I think that stuff I'm just going to delete off because you can just delete comments. You can hold comments. You can hide comments. So those kind of guys, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we play the troll game or should we just move on with because when's the last time you seen me make music down here? It's been a while because I've been dealing with all this drama this year of broken gear and trolls, in Canada Post and the Ombudsman. But I think we get rid of all that stuff. We don't play those games, at least not on this channel. I can, anybody that thinks I can put food in a compressor and fake the video, I mean, they can get theirs 10 years from it. I don't have to do anything right now. Or maybe, but anyway, that stuff can come later. It could be a different channel. I just think we need to get back to gear, making music, doing gear reviews. So I think that's the heart of the channel, and I think I've got away from that in the last little bit. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching my rant about Canada Post, the Ombudsman, and Trolls. Have a good one.